Hey, hi, I'm back, Kaushik Chatterjee. I hope you have gone through my couple of videos and you already have understood, what exactly all about we are talking, what exactly different things we have already even spoken regarding about this financial aspect, even financial advising, even creating your own fund. All these things I think we have already been discussed, right? So welcome back once again. And in this video, what we are going to do actually, we are going to discuss a very sentimental topic, and most of the people, they feel like, okay, once wish in my lifetime, or probably maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I have to be a richest person. Now there is no limit. Again, if I ask you, even if I come back, uh, like, what will be the definition of a richest person? So there is no proper even definition. Like, if I ask you, anyone, if you calculate, like, what will be your richest definition, can you tell me, okay, this certain amount I want, and then only I can declare myself I'll be the richest one? So there is no particular, if I say, there will be no even particular definition on the richest. How much you want to declare, how much you feel, okay, this will be my total asset, this will be my total bank balance, this will be my total investment, out of that this will be my total expenses. I should be having a lot of luxuries, like a flat, like my own bungalow, like a house, or let's say luxury cars, whatever it is. So there is, ideally, if I look out, there is no even particular definition about your richest, right? How you can declare yourself even as a richest person. So this is the first thing what I want to give a conclusion, all of you, you need to define, you yourself have to define how much exactly is your uh, dream, and what exactly you want to make. That's what I said. Whatever the aspect, it could be your house, it could be your luxury cars, it could be your bungalows, it could be like multiple houses, whatever it is, you decide first. You decide, it is you. There is actually no definition. If I ask even the richest person of the world, even he is not even his own definition. Even he might be looking for the next level, or maybe somebody went down, even he will be looking to cross that person, or whatever it is. So there is no definition out of it. It is you. You have to decide first. But ideally, if you ask me, there is no definition. But if you ask me, ideally, so my declaration, I feel like whatever my asset, if I look out. So again, if I look out the asset and liabilities, I need to check it out. So asset, if I look out, yes, which I'm not going to give you on a particular item, but what I'm going to give you a definition on a financial aspect. So if I'm looking something on the asset part, how much asset I should have, the asset definition is the cost what I buy. If the cost is going up as per the time, then I'll say this is my asset. I'll repeat it once again. If I buy something, if I have something, as per the time, or let's say as time pass, if the value of that particular things, it becomes costlier, then I can say this will be my asset. Similarly, if I look out, let's say something which, let's say, as I told you, like, lot of definition I have given. But if I look out something like as per the time goes, and as per time pass, right? So if the the particular amount of that things what I bought, if it is going down, then this is not my asset. So I hope now this is a fair definition. I'm not going to give by any things, or let's say going to give you any example, like what exactly should be the asset, what exactly should be your non-asset, what will be your definition of the richest person. Nothing. So what I'm trying to say, asset should be this, and if you consider non-asset should be this, as per the financial definition I just told you. Now, the second thing comes into my mind, then, Kaushik, what exactly should be my richest definition? So after my asset, whatever I have, the first thing. So I given you the definition of asset. that asset whatever I have, let's say, that should be entirely even debt free. That means, let's say if I'm giving an example, something today I bought, let's say an example, and that is running through, let's say, a bank debt, or let's say I'm paying the EMI for this, so that cannot be my asset. If that thing, if I bought with my money and I'm not going to pay any interest on this, out of whatever my asset, I have given you the example, given you this definition of asset, whatever you have, and entire things is debt free. Out of that, whatever my regular expenses, my my food, my cloth, and my shelter, apart from these three, if I am going to spend 20% on myself, and that could be anything, that could be a luxury food, that could be a laziest travel, that could be even any kind of let's say your any kind of other expenses, 20% of that if I'm going to spend, and after that also even I'm maintaining all my savings, all my investment, whatever parameter. I think couple of videos already I have made it, so you can go back and you can look at this. What will be my saving pattern, how much I need to invest, what will be my percentage of investment, this is my income, that is my income. So all these things in details already been spoken. So asset should be debt free. So what is the definition of asset that I've already given? If that is debt free, whatever my regular expenses, that my food, clothes, and shelter, that is my basic need, that is my basic expenses. Apart from that, if I am spending 20% extra on my any kind of leisure food, any kind of leisure travel, whatever, anything, or let's say it's a shopping, whatever it is, by maintaining by that 30, 40, 50, whatever percentage of savings or percentage of investment I'm doing, that should not be compromised at any cost. If that formula maintained, then I can say you can feel that yes, you are one of the richest. I'm not saying on the competition like you can be the world richest person, or you can be richest for your locality, maybe for your family, for your like entire like community, whatever it is. But what I'm going to say, asset should be debt free. Out of that, apart from this, even again 20% if you are going to spend even lasciviously on your any kind of expenses, apart from your basic need, that is food, clothes, and shelter. Apart from that, if you are able to maintain your regular savings and investment, what you are already even maintaining, if that is not been hampered, then whatever it is left out, you can do whatever you want, and you can declare, yes, I'm the richest. I can face any situation even tomorrow comes. And that is the basic. I'm not telling it's a definition, as I told you very clearly. This is not a definition. This is just an understanding. Like if you want to plan out, if you want to feel, no, I need to create some more corpus, I need to be somewhere something some more ahead, then this way you can plan it out, and that way you can feel, yes, I'm the richest or nearer to the richest, right? So now we understood like what exactly, how I can be even that phase of, let's say, making making myself even richer or richest, I mean, in my community, in my locality, in my whatever you, how you want to face that race, you can feel even in that. Now the second question comes, is it so easy? The formula, whatever I told you, is it so easy to debt free all my let's say items, even all my, let's say, asset? It's not so easy. Is it so easy like whatever my basic even cost, like food, cloth, and shelter, if I look out, that is only a huge cost, and about that even I need to even spend another 20% lasciviously to maintain my all those things. Is it so easy? The answer is no. Then apart from that, even I need to, as I told you, I need to maintain my 30, 40, 50, whatever the ratio even I'm maintaining for my savings, for my investment. So all three if you club together, it is actually not so easy. And that's what we are middle class, and that's what, let's say, I can declare, let's say, all together we are let's say suffering with this inflation. We are suffering, let's say, whatever you earn, actually that is not even able to manage when all the expenses whatever we are planning, and forget about like go to the next level or making whatever the strategy I just told you. It is not so easy. But then why then this discussion? Then you might ask me. Then if that is you only know the answer, and if you are telling no it is not possible, then why this discussion? Let me tell you, nothing is impossible. It is your life, it is your destination, it is your wish. So you should have that will to do this, to fulfill your wish. So now what I am going to discuss, if you are planning to be such level, the first and foremost thing what you need to do actually, you have to look and you have to maintain from the day one expenses. Let me clear once again. You have to maintain and you have to look from your day one expenses. Now I hope most of the people like salaried, even though you are a business person, whatever it is, the month start actually you have a lot of things. I have to give to my let's say regular expenses. I have my grocery expenses. I have my utility expenses. I have my kids expenses. I have lot of whatever it is. A list of bundle of list you have already ready. Like these are the things you have to get ready for this month. And normally this a salaried will do, let's say on a 31st or let's say on a 1st of every month. Why? Because normally they will be receiving their salary either even 30, 38, 31st, or maybe they will be planning for by 1st of the every month. For a business person, probably at money comes, and based on that one they will be planning. But more or less what I'm trying to say, it is not about salaried, it is not about the business person, it is all about like more or less if you look out, every family, every person even plans on a same manner. So 1st to 30th, or some months it could be 31st, so I need to plan even in that way. But let me now give you a rethought on the same. Do you have a control? Sometimes what will happen, let's say this month, let's say I'm putting for X amount for my X expenses, and let's say there is some uncertainty comes, there is some unwanted things comes, guest comes, some other expenses come, there is a marriage, there is some functions, all those things comes. So your X amount will be your X plus 1, or maybe even X plus 2, 3, whatever it is. Am I right or no? So this will be somewhat what you maintained, what you have thought, it is actually gone beyond this. It is not ideally, it is your control. Now what I'm trying to say, that day 1 and day 30, you list out first like your, apart from this expenses you have a regular expenses. Let's say morning if I go, let's say I have a cost for my let's say convenience cost, how I travel. I may be traveling by my own car, own two-wheelers, whatever convenience I have. Maybe I'm using some of the transport, I mean basic transport, maybe a metro, maybe a buses, whatever cities you are staying, whatever availability you have. Now how much I am spending, this also will come for your basic cost. But what I'm trying to say, you have to list it out. Now the second, if I go to my workplace, or let's say if I go to my own shop, if I go to my own business premises, right? So what are the things I'm doing? Maybe I'm having cup of tea, I'm having a lot of, let's say breakfast, I'm eating out, whatever it is. Cost, write it down. Maybe I'll be having my lunch, that also again the same issue, maybe on office canteen, or maybe I'm outside, or maybe hotels, depends on your locality, depends on your availability, whatever it is. Again you cost, again you write it down. Then again evening, let's say some of the cup of tea, snacks, whatever tiffins, whatever you do, right? And then finally again if you come, again you are coming back, the convenience, whatever I told you in the morning, whatever you go, the same way you are coming back, so that is also cost. Write the expenses. And finally before you go to bed, definitely you are having something that is called dinner. In between, if some other things are coming, let's say any family let's say get together, or let's say any kind of evening snacks or anything, so you have to write it down for your day expenses. Now I'm not saying you have to cut short, no, that is not the solution. Because as I already mentioned, this will be your regular expenses, this will be your basic expenses. the food, the cloth, and the shelter. It will be a basic expense. You cannot do this. But what you can see a big surprise over here, the miracle over here, when you are looking, or let's say you do for at least for 7 days, you know, even as a person, so whatever XYZ amount you have already kept it, it is already kept. But now what I'm trying to say, you just write it down at least for 7 days. You make a note, okay, today I leave home, this is my cost till I go to office, then breakfast, then lunch, then whatever it is. The entire daily expenses, you just do this. And if you are, let's say, head of the family, let's say similarly happening to your wife, to your kids, or let's say 3-4 people, how many people are there? Then you have to again multiply with this. Are you getting my point? Let's say I'm spending 100 rupees, and let's say along with my wife, 2 kids or parents, whatever, 4 to 6, this is a regular nuclear family nowadays, right? So that 100 rupees not for me, probably that 100 rupees becomes 70 rupees for my dad, for my mom, or let's say for my wife it could be 120, for my kids also it will be 78 rupees. But what I'm trying to say, the average you take it, let's say whatever it is coming, average you take it, and then you have to do it for 4 or 6 whatever people are there, because that expense is not only for you, that expense similarly for your house members, similarly for your family members. Now you define, let's say if I am giving a simple calculation, so on a day, let's say my expense is 100 rupees, example. So 4 people, how much? 400. Monthly, how much? 30 days. Probably you might say, I'm not going to my workplace daily basis. Probably there will be Saturday, Sunday including. If I look out odd, it will be around 22 days. But I'm just giving you, let's say you are not going, somebody else is going, some other expenses is going. So let's say in that way you calculate for 25 days. So 425. So how much it is coming? It's a very simple basic calculation. You can calculate. It is coming actually 10,000. Just 100 rupees cost. If you click on this, if you measure on this, the actual calculation is coming 10,000. But let me tell you very honestly, it is not exactly 10,000. It will be beyond that, because I calculated on 100 rupees. I think now the kind of inflation it is going on, nobody can say no, it will be stuck only on 100 rupees. It will be beyond that. But what I am trying to say you over here, now I'm not saying you cut short all 100 rupees, you cut short all 400 rupees. No. Now you recheck. If I would have been avoided this, let's say I'm just giving an example. Let's say I take, let's say I take 4 times tea in a day, and let's say all these 4 teas, let's say it cost me around 60-70 rupees, or let's say 100 rupees. Example I'm just giving. Out of this 4 tea, let's say I can cut down to 2 teas. I'm not telling, even other way if you look out, it is not even so good for health also. So there is an example. Maybe I have a lot of other habits. I'm just giving an example of tea. Maybe I have some other habits, right? I have a smoking habits. I have some drinking habits, whatever. So this you can actually cut down. And if you cut down, just imagine on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a half yearly basis, and especially on a yearly basis, now how much you are going to save. And that's a huge money. That's a huge money. Believe me, that's a huge money. You are not going to do anything. You are just going to give a click over here. Even though daily if you are going to save even 100 rupees, it is going to save you even 3,000 rupees. It is going to give you even a 12,000 rupees. And that 12,000, that 3,000, if you invest this money, if you save somewhere, on an average returns of 8%, 9%, 10%, whatever tools you are using, that also already we have been explained, right? So you can go back to my previous videos, you can see what are the tools, what are the parameters even you can invest. And if it is going to give you, and imagine let's say another 20 years, 30 years you are going to save this amount, it is not at all a small amount, it is a huge amount, it's a lakhs together. And that on a cumulative way, if you are getting this, that small 10,000, 12,000 you are looking now, that will give you even a crores together even returns, crores together even asset, which is entirely debt free, which is entirely your money. You are not going to give any interest on this. You can buy even a luxury cars, you can buy even a luxury house, you buy even multiple house, you can maintain your family even expenses, you can maintain even all your savings, investment, you can go even abroad, you can see even entire world. Even that is not your debt, that is all your own money. You can do whatever you want to do. And slowly, I told you, in the same manner, in the same parameter, you can even set this money and you can go even towards to become a rich or richer, or maybe a richest person, right? So that's it from my end. I hope you got another even different even thought. As I told you, these are all thoughts with my experience, whatever I have gathered even 16, 17 years in my professional career. So if it is helping you by speaking, by giving you all those advice, so it will be helpful. If it is helpful, definitely you just follow it. I'm not here to promote any kind of products. I'm not going to uh, uh, promote any kind of particular tool or particular things. It is all with my experience, whatever I have gathered, I'm just sharing. If it is helpful, I'll be the happiest one, right? So have a great time. Thanks for watching me, and you are always welcome. Any kind of queries, any kind of questions, if you have, you are always welcome to send it to me, pour it to me on my chat box, or you can directly you can send me a mail, which is already given all the details over there. So thanks once again, and thanks for watching. Have a great time.